Hello guys, and welcome back to another Nukes Top 5 reaction. In this episode we're going to be reacting to Nukes Top 5's videos, top 10 scary ghost videos that will make you spell badly. Obviously spelling those incorrectly. Okay, let's get right into the video. And like always guys, the original will be in the description.
When bad things come to those who wait. This next mysterious video was shared to the internet without a source. The footage appears to have been recorded by a CCTV camera inside a restaurant while the staff is finishing up work and cleaning up for the night. What happens next is shocking.
Okay, what's shocking about it? Okay, it's pulled in an obvious direction. No response to it being moved.
A mop and a bucket can be seen sliding across the restaurant floor by itself. But most horrifying of all, some kind of invisible force violently grabs the waitress by her hair and pulls her backwards out of frame. Now, without a source.
Okay, that there looked to me like after the hair got slightly tugged, she walked backwards.
Of course, we don't know what happened next.
Because that hair was in a position where it looked like it was being pulled back. It looked like it was just yanked back and up a little bit. But after that, there was no tension left on it when she was backing up.
But I'm imagining lots of screaming and running.
Right there, it goes up. But if you look here, there's no actual tension on the hair. The hair is loose here. So she's not being pulled back by the hair.
Oh dear. A couple of young hunters are out scouting the countryside for deer. They search and film through a camera with a long-range lens, when suddenly the hunter catches something that is just...
To all ghosts out there, if you want to pull my hair, have at it.
weird.
Respond while we're watching them.
All right.
How do you track them?
There's two more black dots. Cody, how do you turn this on?
You see that?
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy?
Seen this one
Frick?
before.
What the f? What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it.
It's not a skinwalker, it's a person walking.
What the frick?
I'm gonna go get my...
That was a skinwalker.
No. What?
Even in the distance and with the bad video quality, it is obvious that some strange, large, misshapen figure seems to be chasing the deer and running at an inhumanly fast speed.
It's a man and he's not running fast.
The unidentified figure looks humanoid in shape but appears to run on all fours like an animal. The guys are confused and laugh it off, but are baffled by what they just
Guy's not running on all fours, and he actually looks like he might be drunk.
captured. The hunters still have no idea what they filmed to this day. Through the eyes of a child. Early one evening in Louisiana, Mallory Weber is taking a fun video of her son Cashton when something unexpected happens that
Ashton? I'm not gonna say anything.
absolutely chills her.
Cheese. Cheese. What you doing?
What culture does the name Ashton come from anyway?
What you see?
Dear Baba.
What?
Baba.
What you see? Who you saying hi to?
He said Papa.
Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on.
The little boy appears to see someone standing inside Mallory's bedroom. Someone he calls Paw Paw. Freaked out by his behavior, Mallory quickly walks over to the bedroom to look inside, but there's no one there. Baffled by what just happened, she posts her video to TikTok where it quickly spreads and is watched by millions. Her comment section is flooded with questions, so she decides to answer a few in 2 more videos.
There's really not much of a backstory, I'm sorry. I was just videoing him being cute and saying cheese, and then that happened. Never happened before. Both his grandpas are still alive. It's my grandpa and my husband's grandpa that both passed away like a year ago. He did meet both of them. They never lived in my house before. That bedroom was me and my husband's bedroom. I'm trying to think of all the questions because I want to answer all y'all. I don't know. That's about it. This never happened before, so that's why I was telling him to stop, and that it was freaking me out because I didn't know how to respond. It never happened, and it was freaking me out. That's about it. Who's Papa? Papa could be my grandpa or my husband's grandpa because they both passed the same year.
Why would that kid be calling his grandparents Papa? Papa is something you'd call your father.
Both my son's grandpas are both alive. I don't know if you call them grandpas, papas, grandfather, I don't know, but we call them Papa. That's how they are down here. That's what we call them. I hope that answered your question.
I don't trust her at all. The way she's shifty.
I don't know.
So could it be that the boy saw the spirit of one of his parents'
Notice her eyes when she's speaking.
grandfathers? Or what do you think is going on here? Let me know. In another video, this time from Georgia, proud mother Christy is home alone with their 2-year-old son Levi when he too sees something that his mother just can't see.
Where's your favorite place to go? What do you see?
I see something behind her. I see something behind her in a tiny
You see what?
a bad thing.
A bad thing.
A bad thing.
What does it look like?
A ghost.
A ghost?
It's one.
No, there's no ghosts.
Seems like this kid was coached on what to say, because would a kid even know what a ghost is? Normally when kids, at least in the more believable ones, when kids supposedly see ghosts, they mistake them as people. They don't see them as ghosts. The fact that he's calling it a ghost makes it sound like he was coached.
No ghosts here. Ghosts be gone.
I wanna see it right here. Mommy, clean my room. It's not sad in my room.
It's not scary in your room? Well, you need to stop acting weird.
It's sad here.
It's not scary in here.
I feel everything pulled in the hat.
There's a scary thing floating. Where?
The hat.
Baby, there's nothing there.
Yes, it is.
No, there's not. Stop it. Stop it.
Little Levi appears to see something that he describes to be a, quote, bad thing.
Believe it or not, I have seen a case like this before in real life. However, the thing the little kid was pointing out was a spider. I wonder if it's possible that this is the same type of thing. I don't know, I can't say for sure, but it does sound like this was all coached by the mother.
A, quote, ghost, and a, quote, scary floating thing. He urges his mother to go to his room where, in his words, it's not scary. After the shock wears off a little, Christy seems to kind of believe him, and she follows her son into his room.
Look, it's kind of Sammy. Clean my room. Try to clean Mommy. Clean my room. Think it's Sammy. Clean my room.
If your kid is scared of something, don't let them go to what they think is a safe space. Let them know that every place in your home is safe. basically you're making them emotionally weak in the future, where they'll have to retreat to a safe place every time something doesn't go their way. It's better to instill in them that basically it's not scary there. There's nothing to be afraid of. This room is as safe as your room would be.
Mommy covered me.
Okay.
In fact, at that age, it might be better to instill on the child that the safest place to be is next to wherever the mother or the father is. Because it's not the room that will keep you safe, it's your parents. At least at that age. The kid says he's scared, but he's running away from his mother. That is completely out of the ordinary to me. It wasn't an area I found safe as a child. It was my parents. As long as I was around them, I felt safe. It wasn't a room or something that made me feel safe. Some people have security bears. Some people have security blankets. Some people have security people, but not rooms usually.
Nothing scary.
Now, it's worth mentioning that Christy's TikTok page is completely dedicated to cute videos of her son, but none of them have anything to do with the paranormal, except these two. So could little Levi really be seeing a ghost? Something that's scary enough for him to warn his mother and guide her to safety? Let me know what you think. We need scary videos. So if you see a scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Inheritance.
Okay, the Inheritance.
This next TikTok user might seem familiar to you, as we've featured the beginning of his story on Nukes Top 5 before. Now Jacob says that he inherited his grandmother's house after she passed away, and he now lives in the old home. While cleaning out his grandmother's belongings, he finds a creepy old antique jester doll. Jacob feels eerily drawn to the strange doll and decides to keep it, sitting it on top of a bureau in his bedroom. It was a very bad idea. One night, Jacob is woken
That looks like a pedophile.
up by the sound of knocking coming from his bedroom
Hey, little boy. Open the door, I've got candy.
closet.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
Why would you have the jester set up overlooking your bed when you sleep? Oh man, this guy's got some sort of weird fetish. Why is he breathing so hard?
Soon after posting this horrifying video, Jacob just sort of disappeared from the internet. Now it's nearly 7 months later, and Jacob is back. He says he's been busy slowly renovating the house and has now moved the jester doll into its own room. Jacob says that for 7 months, nothing really happened. But then late one night, Jacob is again woken up by a strange sound. What happens next is chilling.
I just heard banging.
You need to put some, if your doors do that, add a little bit of oil or grease to the hinges. A little bit of WD-40 would work too, but that won't work long term. You have to use I'd recommend using there's this type of grease that you can get I think it's for lawnmowers or something. Has a little tube that you can pull out of it. I'm gonna have to find out what its name is at some point, but basically any form of liquid grease, not the thick type, the thinner type, just put it in a little spray bottle or something and squirt it into your hinges, and it will stop noises like that. Something else you can do is take apart the hinge and clean it with some sandpaper. But to stop all the noise, you don't want to use some sort of grease or some sort of lubricant. Why is this guy always breathing so hard?
Jacob hears loud banging coming from the room next to his, the room where he keeps the Jester doll. He gets up to investigate but finds nothing out of the ordinary. But then he hears loud footsteps coming up the staircase right behind him. The door to the doll's room slowly swings open, and when he turns around, the doll now seems to be staring at him. Jacob's absolutely freaked out and decides to move the doll once again, but this time he leaves it all the way down in the basement. After everything that's happened, he decides to buy a security camera to keep an eye on the creepy doll. And that might have been a mistake, because just days after putting the Jester doll down in the basement,
I don't know about you guys, but if I had a doll, and I wouldn't have a doll, but if I had, even if I had a stuffed animal and it suddenly turned its head at me, I'm not going to have that stuffed animal the next day. I'm not going to have that doll the next day. That stuffed animal, that doll is going to be gone. If I can't get rid of it, I'm going to burn it in a barbecue or a fire pit.
things start to happen that are absolutely terrifying. Strange shadows can be seen moving around the creepy doll, and TikTok viewers swear that they can see one of the doll's eyes moving. But that's not all that Jacob's security camera captures. What happens next is pure nightmare fuel.
Why is this version of video so much better quality than the last one? Again, it moves in the predictable direction. Okay, the light was turned off.
The doll's arm moves by itself just before the basement light bulb shatters. Then in a later video, the camera is pushed over without explanation. Jacob now believes he might have inherited a seriously haunted house and doll, and is getting increasingly more freaked out as each night passes. He doesn't want the doll anywhere near him and will continue to keep it in the basement. You can follow Jacob's paranormal captures over on his TikTok page, The Clown Doll.
Creepy doll. Odd that the video quality is so different between the two videos. Everything that it's shown can easily be reproduced, especially the moving of the arm, the turning off, or even the shattering of the light. It's all easy to reproduce. It's a creepy doll, though. Why would you keep that in your room staring at you when you sleep? Why would you move it to a room right next to you after it looked at you? And why would you keep it in the basement after what you think happened? Well, what you think is its movement in the basement? Why aren't you getting rid of it? Why aren't you trying to destroy it in some way?
5. What waits below. Paranormal investigators Jeff, Phil, and Mark from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations explore the Kelvedon Hatch nuclear bunker in England. In the early 1950s, the bunker was built 125 feet underground and was intended to be the center of operations for the UK if there was ever a nuclear attack. The entrance to the massive structure is hidden inside an otherwise very normal-looking cottage in the middle of nowhere and surrounded by woods. Visitors and staff have often reported seeing multiple apparitions inside the bunker walls. An old lady is often seen wandering the hallways. A female Royal Air Force officer in uniform is said to appear and shout at visitors to get out. And finally, a male officer known as Charles allegedly wanders the areas on the second floor. The bunker was decommissioned in 1992 and is now a museum. The Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations team plans to spend the entire night underground in the bunker as they attempt to capture evidence of the alleged ghostly sightings. Now, the Kelvedon bunker has 3 levels, and the investigators find themselves on the top floor passing through the dormitories. On a previous investigation of the Kelvedon Hatch nuclear bunker, lead investigator Jeff says that he experienced a completely unnerving paranormal experience in this very room.
Okay.
Bloody hell, Jeff. You alright? That made you jump. I got touched on my arm. What? In there. Right next.
It looked like he hit the tripod.
Hello? Did you just touch me?
Am I mistaken? Did he not just slight?
And now, years later, Jeff and his team are
hit
back
up against the
again,
tripod there?
alone inside the same dormitory room and in pitch black darkness once again. The guys do their investigation and then decide to leave the dorms. But it did not go well.
We finished the session in the dormitories, and as we try to leave, the door will not open, as if it's been held from the other side. I try to open the door, pulling as hard as I can, but the door will not open.
Accidentally hit the mic. Sorry about that. Right here, first off, you can tell there's something wrong with the door. It looks like the hinges are loose. You can tell that by the gap in the door, the difference in the gap in the door between the left and right. It's actually resting up against the wall to the right, so if he actually wants to open it with no problem, all he has to do is lift up on the knob as he goes to open it. But right now it looks like the door might have swollen a little bit, and that's what's causing the issue. But again, instead of pulling back, all he really has to do to open it is to lift up.
Who's holding that door?
I had the same issue there with the bathroom door where I'm living now. The doorknob didn't want to latch in, didn't want to lock properly. So basically it could be pushed right open even if you had it closed and locked. To actually get it to lock, you'd have to pull up on it. easy to fix. All we had to do was use some anchors in the wall in the door frame to properly secure the hinges. So basically right there, I think all they should have to do is tighten up the screws in the hinges and should fix that door. If your door's sticking, oh, look. That's a heavy door, too.
Can we come out, please? We want to come out now. Thank you. That's pretty weird. Well, there's nothing wrong with that door now.
The dormitory exit door seems to be held shut by some unknown force. But then, after a polite request, it suddenly just opens with ease. Jeff says that it felt like someone was holding the door shut on the other side. Now, this is where things take a very creepy turn. After a long night of investigating, the team heads off to bed. Bill is preparing to lay down inside the dormitories when, unbeknownst to him, their static camera captures something chilling.
Why does the door knob look like it's on a different side between the two video cameras? Is on one of them they just didn't flip the image?
Phil arranges his bed. There is no one else on this level at this time. And as he climbs into his bunk bed, a figure which moves at great speed passes the window at the far end. You can see the dark hair and a white shirt as it passes by.
An unknown figure passes by the same door that was held shut by something earlier. The Ghost Tech team says that no one else was on this floor at this time, and the entrance to the bunker was locked shut. Also, it goes without saying that this small dark-haired figure certainly doesn't look like any of the Ghost Tech team. So just who or what is this?
I don't know, maybe a caretaker? Somebody else in the building?
You can watch this investigation with even more spooky moments over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations.
Did that guy I didn't pay close enough attention. Did that guy, when he was trying to open the door the first time, even turn the doorknob?
Fire. Nukes Top 5 viewer Luke Hosea reached out to me about a very strange event that took place in broad daylight on the street in front of his home in Leicestershire, England. The spooky and baffling moment was caught by his family's CCTV camera.
Lorchester? Why does that sound familiar? I know nothing about England.
It's not a very clear picture because the light's quite shiny on it.
A bizarre bright light that resembles fire seems to appear out of nowhere behind the cars. Luke says that neither he or his family have any idea what these strange fireballs could be. There are no electrical
That's not fireballs, that's an electrical current.
lines and no telephone lines running above this particular area. So I leave it up to you. What do you think this strange ball of light is? I'm stumped, so let me know.
It looks like it might be coming from inside the house, a reflection from the window.
The waving woman.
That I can't tell for sure. I'd have to pay closer attention to it. But with the quality of the video, it's just hard to tell. It just looks like an electrical current to me.
Paranormal investigators Pete and Dan from the YouTube channel Night Watchers Paranormal Australia set out to investigate the allegedly haunted Maple.
If you want to see awesome electrical current effects, check out the movie Powder.
Cemetery in Australia. The story goes that over the years, many people have witnessed the eerie apparition of a woman crossing the road next to the cemetery. They say that the mysterious woman waved at them and then seemed to disappear right before their eyes. Dan and Pete begin their investigation by setting up 2 static cameras, one recording in night vision mode. As the investigators are still deploying several motion sensors around the graveyard, their night vision camera captures something truly bizarre.
It looks like it's just a cell phone.
A dark shadow-like figure can be seen quickly darting from right to left across the cemetery grounds. Now, whatever it is, the figure is dense enough that it actually blocks out the light of Pete and Dan's flashlight as it passes right behind them. The 2 investigators don't hear or see anything at the time, and they only discover what they captured later when reviewing their footage. So could it be that the mysterious waving woman made an appearance? Or let me know what you think this is. You can watch this entire investigation and many more over on the YouTube channel, Night Watchers Paranormal Australia.
Can't really say much about that. I don't know what the weather's like because of the quality of the camera. With enough fog, you could create effects like that with the right angles, the right light source. Effects like that could be created, but it's a little far-fetched. As for the shadow, honestly, it just looks like a camera anomaly.
Danvers State Hospital. So these next 2 videos were posted to YouTube a long time ago, and nothing in either video was intended to show anything supernatural. In fact, both videos were posted by urban explorers who have never posted a single paranormal video ever. But some sharp-eyed Nukes Top 5 viewers watched these videos and noticed something strange that was missed. The first video was sent in by Nukes Top 5 viewer Macy Asher. The video was recorded way back in 2003 by a guy named Dave who was filming inside the infamous old Danvers State Hospital. The Danvers Hospital was an insane asylum built back in 1874. Okay. Eventually, it was discovered that patients were being subjected to horrible treatment and abuse at the hands of the hospital staff. Danvers State Hospital was closed and abandoned in the 1990s.
Especially the further back you go.
It goes without saying that the huge empty structure was said to be...
It's not as easy to do nowadays because all the camera and technology like that. It's way harder for them to be abusive to the patients because almost everything you do now is recorded. At least in public places and public businesses.
Extremely haunted. So Dave is exploring the basement while recording everything on an old analog camcorder. Dave doesn't know it, but he captures something truly bizarre.
Guessing it was in that window or that door back there because it made the sound there.
Did you see it? A dark figure can be seen moving inside a doorway. Now, Dave has never said that what was captured was anything paranormal. In fact, he's never even saw the figure.
I'd almost say it's his shadow.
Is over 20 years old.
I'd almost say that was his shadow.
But a watchful Nukes Top 5 viewer spotted this creepy figure.
Again, I could be wrong, or it could just be another person there.
And I'm not sure what it is. Could it be that Dave accidentally captured the spirit of a Danvers Hospital patient? We'll never know. Because Danvers Hospital was torn down in 2007 and replaced by luxury apartments. Seems like a scary place to live.
And those shadows might end up in the apartments.
School spirit. This next video was sent in by Nukes Top 5 viewer Ethan Sheely, who together with his brother used to explore abandoned places in North Carolina and upload their footage to YouTube. But since then, Ethan has moved away from home, so no more exploring. One night, Ethan is feeling a bit nostalgic about the old explorations with his brother and takes a look back at their old videos. In a video where he is exploring an abandoned 1950s middle school, he spots something that he had never noticed before.
What's that?
Did you see it? At the end of a hallway, a dark figure can be seen stepping out of a doorway and then disappearing right back inside. Ethan explains that he and his brother explored every single inch of the building that day, and they didn't find any squatters or homeless people in the building. So he has no idea who or what this could be. Hell.
No clue, but the way it moved seemed like something added digitally. It didn't look like it walked in and out of frame. It looked like it was slid to the left and slid to the right.
Kitchen. This next spooky video from Krugersdorp, South Africa was shared to Reddit by user Puzzleheaded Snow 23. The footage shows a woman taking a tour through an empty apartment, recording each room as she goes. But it seems that there might be something else inside the apartment with her. Did you see it? An unidentified figure can be seen walking through a door and just passing through the kitchen. Reddit user Puzzleheaded Snow 23 claims that the filmer didn't notice whoever or whatever this is. So is this strange footage proof of the paranormal? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
Or it could be somebody else looking at the apartment. Or somebody else that's there.
Thanks so much for watching. As always, my schedule is weird, so please hit subscribe and also hit the little bell notification icon so you never miss a video. Bye.
Again, guys, the original will be in the description, so if you enjoyed the video, take the link to the original and give them a like, give them a sub. If you enjoyed my video, give me a like, give me a sub if you want to see more of my stuff.
Follow me on the socials if you've got some random comments, because most of the time I answer. Or if you say something horrible, I block you. But one of the two.
Either way, you'll get a response from him. Either him answering you or him blocking you. Okay, with that, this video is done, and I will see you guys in the next one.